is Paul Henry, Security and Forensic Analyst at Lumention. Welcome to our Patch Tuesday update for November 2009. Now, while many IT departments are still working through the large number of patches delivered last month from Microsoft, Oracle, Adobe, and others, here's where we stand for November with Microsoft's patch releases. Microsoft has delivered 3 critical patches and 3 important patches, none of which impact Windows 7. Now, 4 of the 6 patches appear to be replacements for previously released patches. Now let's get down to specifics. MS0963 resolves a vulnerability in the Web Services on Device Application Programming Interface, WSDAPI, on the Windows operating system. It's listed as critical. It impacts Microsoft Vista and Windows 2008 platforms and requires a restart. MS09064 resolves a vulnerability in Microsoft Windows 2000 License Login Server. It's listed as critical. It directly impacts Windows 2000 and requires a restart. MS09065 resolves several vulnerabilities in the Windows kernel and replaces the previously released patch MS09025. It's listed as critical. It impacts all platforms except Windows 7 and it requires a restart. MS09066 resolves a vulnerability in Active Directory and replaces the previously released patch MS09018. It's listed as important. It impacts all platforms except for Vista and Windows 7 and it requires a restart. MS09067 resolves several vulnerabilities in Microsoft Office Excel. It replaces the previously released patch MS09021. It's listed as important. It impacts both Windows PCs and Mac PCs, implementations of Microsoft Office, and it may require a restart. MS0968 resolves a vulnerability that could allow remote code execution if a user opened a specifically crafted Word file. Now, it replaces the previously released patch MS09027. It's listed as important, and it impacts both Windows PCs and Mac PCs where they're operating with the Microsoft Office software package. It may require a restart. Now, along with Microsoft's round of patches, additional IT staff workload this Patch Tuesday will come from Apple's release of their 10.6.2 update last night. The Apple patches are a not-so-subtle reminder that Patch Tuesday is no longer just a Microsoft issue. The Apple 10.6.2 updates address 43 specific issues related directly to 54 CVE catalog security issues. Now, 22 potentially allow a bad guy to execute arbitrary code, and yes, some of it remotely. Now, other vendor software security issues important to note this Patch Tuesday period include a bug discovered in Linux that gives untrusted users root access. Now, Red Hat has released patches already for versions 4 and 5 of RHEL and MRG. Now, another recently discovered SSL flaw, which aids in facilitating a man-in-the-middle attack, is expected to bring a large number of patches, perhaps out of band, in the near term from multiple software vendors. This has been our Patch Tuesday update for November 2009. Thank you for listening.